What is up, everybody? Mirrodin Gaming here, and we're back for another World of Tanks Tech Tree Showcase. I'll get it right eventually. What is up, everybody? Mirrodin Gaming here, and we're back for another World of Tanks Tech Tree Tank Showcase and Review. Today we're taking a look at the American Tier 10 medium tank, the M48 A5 Patton. Now, there's also an M48A1 Patton, but I believe that's the collector's one, the one that was phased out. But anyway, yeah, let's get to it. So here we have it. As you can see, it's a little bit different than the previous tank. This one has more of like a boat hull shape. It's not a pike nose, but it's kind of rounded around the edges, so it allows you to ricochet shells when you're side scraping a lot better. Also, the turret is different. You got more of a rounded shape here. And yeah, that's right. You're going to get this ugly old cupola on top. So definitely when you're peeking, you want to peek to this side when you're side scraping so that they don't have a shot at that. I see a lot of people exposing that a little bit too much, and whenever I'm facing these things, that's where I'm aiming. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch it over to the live view. So like I said, this is the angle you want to be side scraping at so that you can bounce these shells down the side. And then, of course, you've got a few little areas where it can bounce here. And this was the standard rounds that you're going to be facing a lot of the time, which are the 268. Most stuff doesn't have quite that much, like 220 on their standard rounds. But once you get over 300, like this one has, yeah, you're Swiss cheese. So, there's that. Get back to that. Alright, and then from the front, yeah, not all that great here. Go ahead and get this angled towards us. But as you can see with the turret, it's got pretty decent turret armor. You do have this little ring right here where the driver's viewports are. And like I said, that cupola, look at that thing. Big, ugly, right on top. You're going to get pinned unless you have it hidden behind a wall. Let's go ahead and get over to the comparison. Alright, so here we have the M48 Patton, the Leopard one from the German side, the 430U, which is the one that I use, the E50, and the UDES 1516. Now, these are the ones that I see on the North American server the most. It might be different depending on where you play and which servers you play on. Alright, so, DPM. That's right, it's the highest DPM out of all of these tech tree tanks. Mainly due to the reload time. It's almost a full second faster, if not more, like almost 2 seconds faster than the 430 on the reload. So that's what gives it that extra boost of DPM. When it comes to penetration, it's right in the middle. But those gold rounds, yeah, it's got like 330 pen. So you're going to be able to go through some of the toughest tanks in the game with this thing. You'll even be able to pin the 430U if you place your shots well, even a turret. So yeah, definitely want to have some gold rounds on your tank. 390 damage, not great, not bad. It's pretty average for a lot of tanks at this tier. Some of the heavies are around that as well. But it definitely is not as much damage as the Leopard, the 430U, and the UDES. Then we get down to the shell velocity. It's actually pretty fast. Not the fastest, but really, really close. And then if we go up to the gold rounds, which I have to note, it's an APCR standard round. That's always good. But with the gold rounds, it actually drops, which is kind of strange. Typically, the gold rounds tend to be faster, but not with us having APCR as our standard. Then we get down to the aim time, 1.82. That is good enough to where we really don't have to put in the equipment that makes our aim time better. I would actually focus on the dispersion more than I would the aim time with this thing, because with Brothers in Arms and Vince, it's going to get it down even lower. So it will actually be better than a stock. It may not be better than a stock. It'll get pretty close to a stock Leopard, but it's much better. Anything under 2 seconds, you're not going to get that much of a bonus from that minus 10% aiming time, because that's only going to drop it like, 0.18 down. So it's really not that much. But yeah, dispersion, not bad, not great. You can make it work at longer ranges, but especially if we take something like the I can't remember the name of the equipment, but the equipment that makes the circle size smaller, and then you have a couple crew perks, much better. To the point, it's not going to be as good as a leopard, but it's still going to work over long ranges. Gun depression, 9 degrees, so right on par with the leopard. This is actually a little bit less than a lot of the other American tanks. A lot of them have 10. And of course the UDES, this is one of those kind of tank destroyer-ish mediums. It's got that hydraulic system, so that's why it's actually got 13. It normally only has 7 in the standard mode, I believe. So you have to take that into account. Speed! Yeah, it's a big boy, 4,700 pounds. So it's kind of slow. This is almost, it's not really a heavy, but it's actually got kind of the armor profile of a heavy tank. Other than the E50, which is, bigger or heavier, it is one of the heaviest ones at this tier. So that leads it to it being slow. Then we get down to armor. Other than the object, it's pretty much got at least frontally, it's got the best armor out of all these tech tree medium tanks. So you definitely will be bouncing a lot of shots, especially if you can keep yourself hull down and use those ridge lines to your advantage. So you just have to watch out for your cupola. You gotta keep that in mind. But yeah, 254, that's actually the same as a lot of the heavy tanks of this tier. So yeah, you can bounce a lot of shots, especially with the way your armor is shaped. And then camo, yeah, not great. This thing is kind of big and chonky, so yeah, you're going to get seen. But what makes up for it is view range. So other than probably the UDES, you should be able to see them about the same time they see you, especially if we beat this up a little bit. But like the UDES and even the 430, you can get the camo rating up pretty high on that one too, like over 30%. If that's what you're going for. So you do have to watch out for that. But otherwise, you've got a decent view range, especially with a couple skills and the vents and brothers in arms as well. You'll be able to get that up to the max view range, no problem. So that's a good thing. You will end up being a spotter at the end of the game for sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and get over to the actual gameplay. So today we are watching Flying in, I think it's Endeavor, of the L1ME clan in his M48 Patton. He's going to be going up against, let's see, I remember, let's see if I can, I know he faced the UDES, the E100, the Centurion, because I watched this once before, but then the recording messed up, so we gotta watch it again. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the action. Let me let him control it. Or her, I don't know. So we are on Live Oaks. We're going over towards, of course, the rail line. That's honestly, that's where the game is won and lost in this map. Because once you get the rail line, either from the south or from the north, the enemy's base is very hard to defend at that point because there's not enough cover. Especially once the TDs move up. As long as you got at least one good spotter, it's inevitable pretty much. Alright, so we got a couple of their guys are being pretty aggressive, moving up really quick. I mean, I know they are fast. Looks like the Progetto is moving in as well. Oh, they've got a lot of tanks over there. Yeah, a lot of the enemy tanks are right there. They move, our guys, this guy's team moved up a little bit too quickly and are going to get majorly torn up here. Right in the upper plate. Yeah, look at that. That's really good pin for sure. And that's with his standard rounds. So they gotta watch out for that T-57 up on the hill. There's another good shot into that enemy. Because he is facing tier 8, so it doesn't take nearly as many shots, and their armor isn't quite as good. But there's another bounce. Actually, that's his first bounce. There's another kill. Look at that. Already 2 kills. 1100 damage already. Another shot right in the back of the tank. That's the problem, is the enemy focused on that guy real... I mean, they probably should have. He was over there with them. But now he No, now 3 of them are down to just this guy. There's that Udez. Trying to use those other tanks as cover. Well, he tracked him. He did get a kill. Trying to figure out an angle he can get this guy without getting hit. He's gotta be careful of that T-Fuse. Oh, he tried to sneak a shot to the lower plate, but the Udez turned right at the last second. But he does get that tracking damage for sure. 2,000 damage already and 3 kills. Bounced at least 2, if not 3 shots. I think that's 3. Got a little bit of tracking. Trying to take out that Jag Tiger. The Jag Tiger looking at it. Oh, yep. Oh, he was quick enough to move back, and the Jag Tiger hit the hill. Jag Tiger's going to have a few more seconds to reload, so you can get one more, if not maybe 2 before the Jag Tiger reloads. Nope. But the Jag Tiger bounced. That's good. That's what I'm talking about. Is the armor profile on this is really good. You can actually bounce quite a few shots. All right. So they know there's a Ramatal and probably a couple of other things back in that back line. So he's making a good play here, not trying to come down that rail line on the right side. You just have to watch for. You see where he just pinged? There can be enemies there. But as long as you've got someone that can at least spot that area, he's okay to move up on this side of it. It's much safer than trying to move up that 10 line with those TDs sitting in the back. So he's trying to move up to see if he can spot the TDs that are sitting over here to the right of him. Which he should have some pretty good view range. Okay, he got spotted, so he's going to have to move back down. The question is, what spotted him, though? There went another one of their team. They're actually, this is a pretty even game, 8-7, and it looks like the HP levels are about the same. Yeah, there's a little berm there with that road, so you really have to get up on a hill a little bit to be able to see just over the top in order to actually take shots down in. Looks like the T-57 fell back quite a ways. There's this very nice little shot there. Right to the side. That's what I like, is this aim circle is so small that, of course, he's also using food. So, and this is another thing, you gotta, he's trying to get up here and make sure the base is protected, which once you're in this position, you can move back and forth between these 2 spots. That's another thing. My main problem is I will step up, shoot, go back behind cover, wait until I'm not spotted, but then I'll move up into the same spot again. You don't want to do that. Well, if you're not spotted, you're okay, but even if you are, even if you're not spotted, sometimes people can kind of pinpoint where you fired from because of, there's standard bushes that it uses. You definitely want to kind of vary where you poke out. Especially if you're in a city map, don't poke out the same corner twice. If someone's taken the target once, they're going to shoot you again. And by then they will, more of their teammates will have made it to that position waiting for you. I made that mistake last time. Alright, so now he's going to try to reposition back over here. That dude is. Looks like he missed. Moving back around. They got rid of the E100. Now it's just the TNH over there. The good thing is that Stritzvon should have decent view range and really good camo. Those things are, they're almost like a level 10 cockroach to me. Where you basically, unless they're firing at you, and even if they're firing at you, if they're using the correct bush mechanics, you cannot see them. Oh, bouncing shot there. Looked like he tracked him the first time. But yeah, you can't even spot them until you proxy spot them a lot of the time. So it's really annoying when that's the last tank left alive on the enemy team. Alright, he's already got 4 kills. He's doing really well. See, he's being smart here. He didn't poke up again, because he knows they're going to be aiming at that spot. He's trying to find that TNH, I think. Or he's trying to get a different angle on the flip. I think he hit the hill right there. Look at that, bounced another shot. That hull is very good at bouncing stuff. Of course, I think the 430 was aiming at his cupola, but the 430 just doesn't have quite the dispersion values to be able to be that accurate at that range. And now he's trying to find the TNH again. Back and forth, trying to. They basically tried to box them in as best they could. Now they're just trying to tighten it. There you go. Yeah, so you got smart and started using the heat rounds, which will go through that 430 a lot better in the turret. You try to get those snapshots in place. I think it must be the Centurion spotting him. I don't know if he can shoot through that building. That's the problem, is I don't buildings that often. Ha! Now the 430 is throwing HE at him. That's funny. So we found the TNH now. To me, the HE just really isn't worth it against a tank like this. I mean, yeah, you'll do a little bit of damage. You might be able to, you know, destroy a module or something. Yeah, like see, he took out his gunner there. Take out that T-57 there. Now they're down the tank. Problem is that heavy could mess up that project, or the Progetto 46 real quick, if he's not careful.
Support my position.
Alright, now they're moving along. Yeah, he's not within that with. Let's see, it's a side shot. Good line shot in. Not sure if he hit that or not. Yep, see, that was the problem, is that Centurion moved up before the Patton or the Stritzvon got into position. Gotta make sure you have support before you move into, especially a city area, because, you know, your allies don't always have sight lines. That's a 3-on-5. This is definitely going to be interesting. That Stritzvon's basically got that entire side covered, though. He should be okay, unless more than one tries to rush him. He won't be able to take on. Looks like the Progetto's going to finish off. Oh, the TNH has moved out of there. Nice, very nice. Progetto got that guy. There he goes, there's one. Check to see where the T-57 was. Make sure he wasn't going to get spotted again. He moves positions. That's very important. Tried to sneak a shell in there, but yeah, it didn't quite hit. Oh wow, that object moved up real quick, I guess shot on the cupola, misses it. Progetto took out that T-57 though. That Progetto is doing really well too now. Oh, now they're trying to push their advantage because they know they've got more tanks overall. As long as he angles his armor though, he should be able to. There you go, nicely done. I think that was a what do you call it? Now the 430 backed up into that. Oh. And then, plate, boom! Another one dead. Alright, so now they got the Waffentrager. Which the Waffentrager, unless he ammo racks him, he's not going to kill him in one hit. So he could probably tank a hit and finish this guy off. Guy moved quick, didn't he? That was definitely some good play there. Okay, he's spotted. There's the shot. And boom. Nice. Very nice follow-up by the Stritzvon. Alright, so that was a very good match. Yeah, 6 kills and 6,500 damage. I think he may have got a blind shot or two in there. And then, yeah, 1,600 spotting / tracking damage and blocked 2,400 damage. Alright, let's go ahead and move over to the replay stats. Alright, so a total of 6,900 damage. So he did get in at least one of those blind shots. I'm not sure which one it was. It was probably either the T-57. I don't remember. There were so many shots in this game. I honestly don't remember. An ace tanker, look at that. That's awesome. A spotter, because he spotted so much. Quite a few other ones. Oh, look, a high caliber and a top gun. Let's take a look and see what his overall... So top for damage on both teams and the most kills. Wow, this guy was doing some work for sure. But yeah, that is the M48 Patton. Definitely, if you know how to use this thing, it is a great tank. You know, it's got decent gun handling. Actually, it's got really good gun handling compared to a lot of tanks. And really good armor for a medium. This is basically a heavy tank in a medium tank package. Or a small, heavy package. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if there's a specific tank you want to see next, let me know. Because I'm pretty much just going down the line. But the next one should be the 2 heavies that are in this line, or that are off one of the offshoots of the medium line, and then we'll work our way down all the rest of the heavies, starting with tier 5 and up, of course. I found that tier 1 through 4 really doesn't matter; they're not that much different. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with. Anyway, this is M48 Gaming, and I'll see you on the battlefield.